Hello and welcome. Slight embarrassing admission here, I forgot to hit start record. So anyway, we're already in the hall. Now this one is multiple manufacturers today, but welcome to the IAE. So today we have Argo, Consolidated Outland, Greycat and Kruger. Now on RSI, when I was showing off the Connies, there was the little fighters that dock underneath them, that's Kruger. Greycat does the little cars, and you got Argo and Consolidated Outland, which do various things. So we'll have one or two items to see today. So let's have a look, and it looks like we have Argo in the main hall here. Evident by the bright orange paint job. Ooh, a little bit of lag there. So yeah, we've got Argo here, Consolidated Outland over there, and Kruger and Greycat downstairs. So let's have a look at Argo. So we have the infamous Argo Cargo. Now this is a updated version. We have the ship without the rear pod. So this one they're just calling the tractor, because basically that's what it is. It's the tractor unit. Now this is a not quantum capable. You would basically have this like in a bigger cargo ship that would not necessarily be able to land on a planet, like the whole sea or something. You probably have this stashed somewhere, and you'd grab cargo units off of the bigger ship and then use this to basically shuttle them down to a planet. Now this one is probably the cargo. Boop. So this one again is essentially acting as a shuttle, and this one will be the transport one. So this would be like a sort of personnel unit. It's actually like the MPUV personnel. So this little guy there, so this are the three variants. So that one's like straight cargo units, just a bit like the big giant cargo blocks that we go into the bigger ships. Take one at a time on there. This one you just use like a small cargo shuttle. And again, for moving it from bigger vessels down to planetary surfaces, or between stations, or even moving between larger ships. If you're which one's this? This is the mole, so this is the big miner. So this is another one. You could have a bunch of stuff on here on your miner ship, and you want to get it onto an actual freighter ship. You'd use one of those little guys to move the things around. So this is multi-crew mining vessel, medium, I think it's class S, and then there's bigger ones. So which ones are these? Because I'm not super familiar with the rest of the Argo line. The SRV light salvage. Oh right, so this is a salvage vessel, so relative of the miner over there, but it's doing salvage instead. So this one must be the hauler. Yeah, the raft. I have flown a raft a while ago. Rented it out at one of the IAEs a couple of years ago, I think, and tried to do some hauling with it. I didn't get on well with the raft. Now over here we have some of Argo's newer contributions. This is a little ground vehicle. I actually recently swapped out my mule which is the Drake ground unit, which is like a little forklift. Let me see if I can jump up on the display here and have a look down on it. For one of these, but I haven't actually driven it yet. It's in my hangar, but I haven't actually like used it. Just because it's got a slightly bigger cargo capacity than the mule. So yeah, because this one takes 4. The mule could technically carry 2, one underslung and one in its forks because it's a forklift, but the forks don't seem to work, so it's basically a 1 SCU ground vehicle, whereas this guy will take 4. And then you got this is their other new toy. So the ATLS Atlas. This is just a power lifter from like Aliens. You gonna let me in? Where's the rent? Where's the... Wait, seats like there? Oh, that's like something downstairs showing a seat. Anyway, haven't really tried those. So it should have like a tractor beam. So that it can maneuver objects around for loading and such. So that will be Argo's contribution to the show. So we'll head over here. Now, who was through here again? It was Consolidated Outland, wasn't it? CO. So, Consolidated Outland. I've probably looked at everything in here before. I might even have flown some of it. Yeah, so we have a Nomad. I have owned and flown a Nomad. And I did have one of the Mustangs. On my other account, I have 2 accounts. And the Mustang... the Alpha or something. One of the 2 over there. We'll get to that in a second. Was the starter ship for that account. As I said, the Aurora was the starter ship for this account. So Mustangs are fighters. They do have a small cargo pod on the back. I'm not sure if they have it in this one, because I think this is the military one. So it maybe doesn't have it. So Mustang Beta, Pathfinder, that might have the cargo unit, does it? Or does it have something else installed in that bit? Yeah, I'm not seeing a switch to open it. Now, that like no paint job one over there, I think that's the starter model one, so that would be the one I would have flown. I'm sure it was grey, not green, so yeah, Alpha. And it does have the cargo unit. So you've got this little drop box that comes down. It's a bit of a pain to load, but... Come on, open up. Open, says me. So you'll get 4 SCU of cargo in there. And you can technically fit yourself in. And yeah. Wouldn't want to fly in there, but you can do it. And where's the control button to raise that up? There we go. and so that clicks in. So like those other ships, they had like something else in that slot. Yeah, because there's no interaction button there. This one having the green paint job is probably going to be a like full military one, isn't it? The Delta. Now, over here we have the Nomad, sometimes called the Pickup. Its cargo hold is external, and it is this platform that's drooping down here. You can stick a rock in this, which is something we'll see in a minute, because that's a Grey Cat vehicle and they are in the hall today. And this whole thing slides up and down. Do I have a button for it on here? Cargo bay button like marked, but yeah, you can raise and lower the cargo bay from inside anyway. Now you notice this one is actually on like hover pads. It doesn't actually touch the ground itself. Enter ship. Now say I did fly one of these for a while. I tested it out sort of versus the Titan. So I actually had both at the same time. So that's the toilet. Components. That's where you can see the cargo bay. So if I close that, it should raise the cargo bay up. Here it comes. Douche. Storage. Your living space. You got your bed, your little kitchenette. And the cockpit. I like the door. The door's nice. And exit ship. Not a lot to see in sort of second tier starter ships like this. The Titan, this one, they're still quite small yet. So that's it in its closed up position. And then over here we have the hover quad. I have owned one of these as well in the past, and oh my god, it was a nightmare. This thing was doing like 200 miles an hour in like half a second. I tried to drive from a base back to the main city on this planet because my ship got destroyed. I was parked up at a mining base and I was collecting some items, and I don't know what happened, I just heard an explosion outside, so I think somebody crashed into the landing pad and I just blew up both our ships. So I was like stranded. And I went, well that's fine, I'll get the bike and I'll drive back to the city. Because I knew it was quite quick. Like, it'll take like about a day in game, but it's fine, I'll manage. Yeah, I think I got about 4 miles and I hit a bump on the ground, launched about 30 feet into the air, smashed into a tree and just exploded in a big fireball. It was just boom, gone. But they are a good little bike. I mean, it says hover quad, so I mean it's essentially a quad bike that instead of having wheels has little maglev hover pads, but it goes like a missile. At least it did then. I haven't tried it again since then. Yeah. Definitely want to use them where you've got a little bit of space. You don't want to be trying to weave through a forest on a hover quad. Not without adjusting the power levels so that it's not going, Mach 2. So I think according to the map that's everything upstairs, so we're heading downstairs next, where we've got Kruger, Grey Cat, and then whatever's in the holosuite. Yeah, just the 2 rooms. Okay. Downstairs then. That's why these 4 go together. Because none of them have enough stuff to command the hall themselves. As their lineups improve, they could get separated out. But so here we have the Rock DS, which is a 2-person version. So you have your driver and your essentially gunner, but it's a mining laser instead of a weapon. Nobody uses this one. It is essentially pointless. It does the same job as this one, but less efficiently. Takes up more space in your vehicle. You need 2 people to operate it properly. Nobody uses that. Well, I mean, I suppose some people do, but yeah, nobody admits to it. If you're doing mining and you're moving up from the handheld mining laser, this is probably what you're using, the Rock. And this is seen as your measure for a decent vehicle carrier. Can it fit this? Because mining used to be the big money maker. It's still quite good for making money. And this is your backbone of that. Then here we have the, what do I call this one again? It's the STV. So it's basically a car. So I've driven that. It's okay. And you got here the go-kart, which is the PTV. So personal transport vehicle. These are fun little things. There's a go-kart track with these things somewhere in the system. I can't remember where it is. Lorville, I think? Maybe no. I can't remember. I've only been there once. Where you can basically run around the racetrack on those little guys. It's hilarious. Basically Mario Kart in space. Over here we've got, as I said, the 2 little fighters that plug in to the underside of the Connies. So there are 2 versions. So we've got the P-52 Merlin. So designed in conjunction with our sign, unit short-range fighter protects. I'm trying to remember what the differences are between them. Well, aside from the fact that this one has more weapons. Just the Archimedes. It's claiming this one's a racer, but it's more heavily armed than the fighter. Although it does look like it has slots on the wings for additional guns. Basically, I think you get the Archimedes on the sort of transporter one that was like the like cruise ship version of the Connie. And we just have one hologram. Oh yeah, this is this one that's basically a big flying landing pad, isn't it? That's something that's going to become also. There's a few ships of that sort of style. So the Pioneer, heavy construction. So this would be like a base builder. So you'd have like drones and stuff, I guess, on this one. Right. So anyway, get the camera out at all. Do seem to be having trouble moving the camera around. Right, well, that's likely going to be everything today. So let's double check what tomorrow brings. Is there a list down here, or am I going to have to go upstairs? Guess I have to go upstairs. Right. Where's the list of who's displaying on what day? Okay, so tomorrow is Drake. Drake are the ones that make the, how to put this politely, they make the ships that pirates tend to run. Let's put it that way. They don't even hide it. I mean, their most famous ship model is the Cutlass, as in a pirate sword. Their starter ship is the Cutty, which is actually the type of ship pirates would have had in real life. Their big ship is the Corsair, which is a pirate fleet. They do have a big hauler ship called the Caterpillar, so at least that one's not pirate themed. Yeah, they don't exactly hide. They will basically sell to whoever has the money. They try to advertise themselves as being the everyman company versus all these big guys, and then right after them is Origin, who are like the poshly ones. They sell the yachts, so we'll see some yachts there. And then Anvil Aerospace, which is like a military contractor. But yeah, so we've got Drake tomorrow. That's got some interesting stuff in it. And then when we get to this one, December 2nd to December 5th, where it's like the finale, and there's boards to basically rent different ships. What we're going to do those days is try some of the ships. So we'll get rentals out and we'll take them for a little spin. Basically just see how they fly. Might not do any missions or anything, I'll maybe just take them out for a little fly around and just see how they handle in the atmosphere and that. Don't have a full plan yet for those days, but that's basically how it's going to go. Best in shows your weapons and armour. So we get to look at some of the armour and that's in the game. So this will be like your personnel stuff. So like I say, the weapons is not meaning the big rail guns on ships. It's meaning the big rail gun your guy's holding. But yeah, that's the plans for later. So anyway, thanks for coming to today's video, and we'll hope to see you in tomorrow's one. So thanks for coming, and why is this not working? Okay, see you in the wilds.